Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be making another update video on our summer grazing project with our goats. So if this is the first video that you've seen of this series, this past spring we disked up a good portion of our bottom goat pen and plowed it up and then planted millet and cowpeas for the goats, which are two foods that they really like to eat and that's really healthy for them. So we decided to add that in, just besides the bahia grass and briars and all kind of natural weeds that were already in here. So we, like I said, we disked it, plowed it, planted it, and then it grew for probably a month and a half, and then we let the goats in here. You can go check the video we have on the first summer grazing video in that series. We'll put a link in one of the corners of this video so you guys can go check it out. But it grew shoulder height, head height in some places of millet, and then the cowpeas were woven in on the stalks of millet and all that, and it was just perfect for the goats. They came in, we brought them in, and then we closed the middle gate that divides the two sections, as you can see right here. So they were in this bottom section the whole time, and they ate for about a month and a half solid, just stayed in here and ate everything. And then while they were in here, the top section that they came out of, it started to grow back up. All the bahia seeded out, all the weeds got super high, briars waist, chest high. And once the goats ate everything out of this field, as you can see, it's pretty low right now, we took them out of here and we put them back up there. So then while they're up there, we closed the gate again, and this stuff that we planted down here, which is where I'm standing at right now, started to grow back a little bit. And it didn't grow a whole lot. We hadn't got a whole lot of rain here recently, so it hasn't grown as much as it could have for their second time coming in here to graze. But today I'm going to open up the middle gate again and let the goats come back in here and start eating on this on these peas. Mainly just peas left. The millet, they ate it up or they knocked it down and it died. So all that's left in here are the peas. But as you can see from some of the clips that I'm going to add in, they're growing back pretty decent. They'll be able to come in here and eat a pretty good bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this gate open for a few days, and I'm going to let them come in just whenever they like and go back out. All their shelter and their water is still going to be up at the top, so they're just going to come in, eat, go back out, and they'll just have that option, free choice for the next few days. So that's the plan, and we'll show you guys them coming in. They always love coming in here. They get really excited when they see all this stuff to eat, so should be pretty cool to watch. As you can see, I just had to call them a few times, and here they come. And as you can tell, my billy is also in full heat, so I'm gonna get my squirt bottle and make sure he doesn't try to headbutt me in the process. But stay tuned. Yeah, you can see he's fired up. So let me grab that squirt bottle, and we'll be right back. Ash is letting him know what he thinks. And Bear, the Great Pyrenees, but you can see they're just going to town already. Okay, so I got my squirt bottle. So just a little extra tip here in the middle of this video. If you have a big, headstrong billy that when he goes into rut, he thinks anything that comes around his ladies is a threat or poses the possibility of being a threat. So the best thing that you can get is a squirt bottle. So if he goes up on his hind legs at you or starts running at you with his head down, just hit him with a few squirts of this, and 9 times out of 10 he'll back down pretty easily. So goats, at least my goats, they really don't like to get wet, so that's a good alternative to those electric cattle prod sticks. I don't like to use those, just personal preference. Some people use them, but I don't want to be shocking my billy, just, you know, when a simple squirt of water can handle it. So that's just a little extra tip. If you have an ornery billy or some nannies that are pretty aggressive, just get yourself a simple squirt bottle from Lowe's, $3, and that'll do the trick. So as you can tell, the goats, they really do love these peas and whatever millet seeds and dried stalks are still in there. They really love eating all that kind of stuff. So like I said, I'm just gonna leave this gate open, and I'll probably come back and close it again one more time before it completely dries up and gets real cold. So they'll come in here off and on about a week and a half right now. I'll close it again probably towards the end of September, let them back in for one final grazing, and that'll be a wrap. And then we'll get ready to plant our winter grazing. So be sure to stay tuned for that video. So I mentioned that I'm letting these goats in a little bit early. The peas and the millet, what's left of it, have not really grown a whole lot since I took the goats out of here when they completely ate it down to the ground. But one reason I'm bringing them in so early is that when we planted the millet, we kind of had the hopes that it would bring in a lot of doves. So we live in South Alabama, and today is August 31st. So dove season for us comes in not this coming up weekend, but the next weekend. So we've had a lot of doves come and land out here and eat all the seeds that the goats knocked off from the millet that we had planted. So it's getting kind of thick, about a foot and a half above the ground. So the dove, they don't like to come in here when it's too thick because they can't see if anything's coming up on them, sneaking up on them. So I'm bringing the goats in a little bit early so they can eat some of this stuff and get it thinned out a little bit, so that the doves have no hesitation coming in and landing. Because on the season opener, probably the day after really, we're planning on having a little dove shoot down here. So it's just kind of extra little benefit of planting this stuff for the goats. It brings in quite a few dove from what I've seen, and gives you the opportunity to harvest a few of them. So we'll definitely make a video covering that day, show you what kind of luck we have. But yeah, as you can tell, the goats, they're going to town. They'll get this cleaned up a little bit, and hopefully we'll have a good little turnout. I've been coming down here in the afternoons randomly, and I've seen as many as like 20-30 dove at the time. And for about an acre of planted millet and peas mixed in, that's not terrible. So I'm happy with that. You know, 3 or 4 of us come out here, we could get a few apiece. So that's the plan anyway. We will keep you guys updated. And like I said, check back for that video where we do the little dove hunt, and then keep an eye on the channel, because just in a few weeks, we're gonna be getting this ready for our winter grazing where we plant the winter grasses. And that'll be a good little series of videos to follow also. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.